Hi, my name is Avery and welcome to a mix of history, theory, and unboxing. Today's subject will be the NES Test Market and Deluxe sets. Here's the time code for the straight up unboxing of the different consoles, but I highly recommend you listen to this first part for an immense amount of much needed context. If you're interested in these types of videos, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, it really helps me out, and I will be making more of this type of content in the near future. Without further ado, let's just jump into it. If you're unfamiliar with Nintendo's tumultuous entrance to the home console scene in the United States, allow me to briefly explain their history. In 1983, the video game market in the United States imploded. This was due to a multitude of factors, including the Atari's library becoming oversaturated with poor quality games, false advertising, and a general interest shift to personal computers. Regardless, both retailer and consumer distrust in the home video game industry was at an all-time high. Nintendo, however, saw this as an opportunity. Following the incredibly successful launch of the Famicom in Japan in 1983, they were looking to expand their market to the States. Of course, this would be no easy feat. Simply getting their products into stores would prove difficult. They came up, however, with a solution. Release the NES to limited markets in New York starting in 1985, promising to buy back any consoles that didn't sell from retailers. This proved moderately successful, and they expanded their market to Los Angeles in 1986. The nationwide official release came on September 27, 1986. This release came with a couple different NES console bundles, including the Deluxe set, a re-release of the Test Market set. This is all a gross simplification of the whole process, and I fully intend to revisit this relatively hazy section of video game history in future videos, but this should give you a pretty good idea about what I'm going to present. There are plenty of unboxing videos of both the Test Market and Standard Deluxe sets that show the contents, which I'll do in part, but the main point of this video is to, number 1, present the presumed release dates of these consoles, and number 2, explain why knowing this is significant. I must first start with a very clear disclaimer. While there are a few indisputable facts, including the confirmed launch of the Test Market set in 1985 and the confirmed launch of the Deluxe set in 1986, it is, as always, incredibly difficult to nail down any specifics in regards to the true nature of the Test Market's launch. Unless someone were to find upwards of 5 brand new Test Market and Deluxe set consoles and open them up, it is impossible to say with full certainty that this is the way things work. The main issue lies with the fact that, unlike more recent editions of games with multiple prints, the NES's launch was a disorganized mess that consisted of multiple coinciding print runs at any given moment. Rather than there being a clear distinction between the Test Market and Deluxe set, for example, a cutoff at the serial number of 100,000, so-called Test Market sets were still being released even as the standard Deluxe set was coming out. In addition, there is variation down to the game's card codes that I will not be going into. This stuff gets really messy quite fast, and I'm not going to pretend like I know about chip codes for cards or consoles. With that out of the way, let me go into why I believe there to be more than one release of the NES Test Market set. Before I get into anything regarding inner contents, let me first show the external differences between the Test Market and Deluxe set. First and foremost, the Test Market box is missing the Deluxe set text. This one is pretty obvious and can immediately help you identify what you're working with. Continuing on the front of the box, the games for Duck Hunt and Gyromite don't have the Nintendo seal of quality on them yet, unlike the Deluxe set, which has the standard releases. Looking at the pictures on the back of the box, you can see that the family playing the NES has been swapped, or maybe it's just the parents, it's a little bit hard to tell. It looks to me as if Nintendo decided to go with an older man and a younger woman, as if to show the NES is the ultimate family console, so friendly that 3 generations would be able to enjoy it. There are also several differences within the description and formatting of the text. It seems that the Deluxe set box is really emphasizing the importance of the NES as a family console. As a final note, on the side of the Test Market set only, it mentions the Nintendo Game Pack Sweepstakes. To enter, the purchaser would have to mail in the enclosed warranty card. This may seem unassuming, but this will become more pertinent soon, and I'm sure that there are more slight variations between the two, but let's get right into the insights. 2 NESs are both Test Market sets, as you can see from the box. However, they still have clear variation between the two. Let's start with the paperwork. Something that was discontinued after the Test Market set was this warranty. All Test Market consoles came with this 2-page warranty. In regular Deluxe sets, however, this was phased out in preference for this generic advertisement. On the back of the second page of the Test Market's booklet, the serial number would match the console serial number, as seen here.
The one on the left unfortunately has the second page torn out. I must mention that it is notoriously difficult to find these warranties intact. They offered a chance to win a free game pack at the cost of a stamp, so it is very rare to find one that hasn't been tampered with in any way. However, at this point you may notice a clear discrepancy. Earlier I mentioned that the test market set is widely believed to have ceased with the first 100,000 serial numbers. Then why does this warranty, which absolutely must have come with the test market set, have a serial number of 394,201? Before I offer an explanation, I must also go over the games included. In 1985, during the test market period, NES games did not come cellophane wrapped. Instead they came with sticker seals. As the test market set came out in 1985, the two games that were included should be sticker sealed. This one that I have on the left does have both of those games, but the one on the right clearly isn't a first print of Gyromite. Right off the bat, you can tell it's not sticker sealed due to the lack of sticker residue or a visible sticker on top of the box. But if you take a look at the back, you can also see that it says NES GP in this lower corner, something only added to Black Box games in their fourth prints, produced sometime in 1986. This also happens to be the same print of games present in the standard deluxe set release. But one more piece of this that helps to solidify the theory that the test market set was still being released at the same time as the deluxe set. The test market set came with this large Rob poster, as you can see. It's dated 1985 at the bottom. This is a large version of the smaller posters included within the sticker sealed games, also dated 1985. However, the other set I have is dated 1986, both with the large and small posters. This isn't necessarily the most convincing evidence, given that these could have easily been swapped with other consoles to make it seem more complete. However, the fact that it did come with the warranty and matching serial numbers makes me doubt that anybody switched any parts in here. With all this evidence out on the table, it seems highly likely to me that, rather than Nintendo ceasing the production of test market sets and beginning the production of deluxe sets at the 100,000 serial number cutoff, they had a much more gradual shift away from producing these boxes and warranties. The standard deluxe sets games match the test market sets in print, as do the posters included in both. The warranty info really is the nail in the coffin for me, as I'm positive that the regular deluxe set only came with the generic warranty, rather than the more complicated two-page one. But again, this is just a theory based on what I've been able to find. Let me show you a mini timeline to summarize what I'm pretty sure happened. First, the test market set came out in October of 1985, launching in New York. We aren't positive how many of these sets were produced or sold, but it's clear it sold well enough to be released in limited quantities in Los Angeles in early 1986. Then, following the success of this campaign, the deluxe set officially came out in September of 1986, along with the release of all NES consoles in bundles, while what remained of the test market sets were still being sold on store shelves and distributed around the country, likely just to get rid of pre-existing stock. Thus, rather than having a perfectly streamlined set of releases, it ends up with more overlap between the consoles.
Now you may be wondering why any of this matters. I don't want to focus on cost, as there will always be people that will throw tons of money at something they perceive to be the first print of something,
take my money,
unaware of the fact that video game prints can often be significantly more complex than that. Historically, however, these discoveries can tie events to tighter time ranges. Nintendo was not good at keeping records on anything regarding its Black Box game lineup or the test market launch. Their own website has an incorrect launch date for several titles, including soccer. Therefore, being able to pinpoint a time frame in which the test market continues to be produced may help close some of the gaps missing from official record keeping. The reasoning for the test market's continued release is unknown. It could be that Nintendo simply had a backlog of console boxes and inserts, and was quietly releasing them alongside the regular deluxe set. It could be that Nintendo wasn't entirely confident in their changes for the launch, and wanted to test which box ultimately sold better. Regardless, being able to formulate a more clear timeline is important when analyzing Nintendo's early history. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something about the test market and deluxe sets. If you have any questions, or if you think I got anything wrong, feel free to send me a message on Instagram or leave a comment down below correcting me. I always love any discourse related to this type of stuff, and I would love to talk about it. Tune in next time where I'll be dissecting
and eating Rob the robot. He looks delicious.
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.